This is severe weather weather. Coverage is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance agent Jamie Dukas, the venue at 5 Points Farms, and by Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery in Wedowee. Brought to you in part by the Randolph County Commission, Heron's Tree Service, Southern Auction Solutions, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Weight Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. From the Alpha Weather Center, here's Dr. Don.
Well, good afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don in here with you. It has been a while since we have spent time together live, but it looks like we may be getting into a situation here where we may have to spend some time together, especially during the overnight tonight. Just kind of want to bring you up to date on what's going on right now. This is Saturday, December 9, 2023. It is about 2:14 in the afternoon, and we are watching severe weather breaking out across portions of northern Mississippi, western Tennessee, and up into Kentucky. It's going to be right along that leading line, the cold front that is moving in our general direction. That area that's outlined there with the flashing yellow, that is a tornado watch box that's in effect this afternoon. All of those counties within that box are now under a tornado watch, and that will continue for the remainder of this afternoon. And all these thunderstorms are really kind of moving off to the northeast. And then the line itself is slowly sinking off to the east-southeast. So you'll see storms that will be training to the north and northeast all afternoon along this line as it moves off to the east. And the individual storms will be moving off to the northeast. So let me take you in a little bit closer, and we'll talk about some things that are taking place up there right now. We have three tornado warnings along this line. We have a tornado warning there just south of Bowling Green, Kentucky. We'll bring this current, and then we're going to stop it right there. So just south and west of Bowling Green, Kentucky, we have a thunderstorm that's capable of producing a tornado there. As a matter of fact, now we're getting, I believe this is going to be a confirmed tornado on the ground. Tornado warning, tornado damage threat is considerable. This is a observed tornado. So if you know anybody that's right there along the Tennessee-Kentucky state line to the southwest of Bowling Green, just northeast of Clarksville, Tennessee, if you know anybody up there, you want to call them and make sure that they understand what's going on, because this is an observed, confirmed tornado on the ground producing considerable damage this afternoon. Just north of Guthrie, just south of Elkton. That is in Kentucky. Now we've got new warning just popped. That's going to get the Bowling Green area there in Kentucky. So, again, if you know anybody that lives in that area, you're going to want to call them and make sure they're aware of what's going on. That's how we all become part of this when severe weather threatens. And then we come back down this line to the southwest, and we have more tornadic thunderstorm possibilities here. This is going to be a tornado. This is going to be, I believe, a severe thunderstorm producing a possible tornado. Yes, this is radar indicated. Maximum sized hail on this storm will be near 1 inch. This is in effect until 3 o'clock this afternoon. That's just to the southwest of Nashville. Now, this tornado, actually the one just to the north of it, has already produced this cell up here that's not tornadic now, has already produced damage. Trees and power lines down in Gibson County, which is this county that you see flashing now, so they're under the gun again. Trees and power lines down in Gibson County. This is in Tennessee, about 120 miles southwest of Nashville. There are reports of a fire station that's damaged in the town of Rutherford, and injuries are being reported in Weakley County. where the towns of Sharon and Dresden are located. Again, that's going to be southwest of Nashville. The damage and the possible tornado came from this first storm up here. Now we have a second one that is bearing down on the same area. It's pretty much moving parallel with I-40 across portions of western Tennessee. So if you know anybody that lives up there in that particular area, you're going to want to get in touch with them and let them know of this possibility as well. You folks up here in Nashville, if you're anywhere near Nashville, Murfreesboro, up here around Clarksville, back down to Mount Pleasant in the next hour and a half, this line of storms will start moving through your area, and we do have several storms along this line that could potentially go tornadic. So you're going to want to make sure you're in a safe place. Looking back down to the southwest, across portions of southwest Tennessee into northern Mississippi now, we have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. We have a severe thunderstorm just southwest of Holly Springs. We have one near Clarksdale, and then near Monticello, and that's getting back over into Arkansas. So Clarksdale up here right along the Mississippi River between Arkansas and Mississippi, and then this southern storm down here around Monticello is in Arkansas, down there in southern Arkansas. Any of these storms could go tornadic at any moment, so you're going to want to make sure you're in a safe place if you're down there as well. Zooming back out, again, you'll see that entire area that is covered by the tornado watch. This tornado watch is in effect until 7 p.m. this evening. Notice Alabama has no watches or warnings at the moment. Really, there's not a whole lot taking place in Alabama right now. We do have some scattered showers crossing across the Alabama-Mississippi state line just west of Birmingham. Those are not severe. We have some thunderstorms, scattered showers and thunderstorms down in southeast Alabama. They're not severe. And then up here in Georgia, we've had a persistent rainfall pretty much all morning up here in northeast Georgia, and the bulk of that has moved on into northern South Carolina, but we continue to see redevelopment across northeast Georgia. That's good if you're in those areas that's still receiving rain, because the longer it rains, the more stable the air is. It becomes rain-soaked and cooled, and there's just not going to be a whole lot of instability for this line to work with when it makes it into these areas late tonight into tomorrow morning. So if you're getting rain, if you're completely cloudy and you got some drizzle or rain going on, be thankful for that, because that's going to, I think, save some areas across Alabama and Georgia once this situation starts to unfold later on this evening. Now, I turned on the satellite, and I'm putting the loop back up there to show you some concern that I have. You'll see that there are breaks in the clouds. So we are getting some sunlight out there, north of Birmingham, even south of Birmingham, down toward Montgomery. Probably seeing some peaks of the sun over in East Alabama as well. And then you look back in Mississippi, there are large breaks in the clouds where we're getting sunlight. And so that's going to help warm the atmosphere up and the surface. And we could get some surface-based instability going this afternoon before the line gets here, which would help fuel some of these storms as they move into Alabama late this afternoon and into the first part of the evening. Again, I wouldn't anticipate any of this making it into East Alabama until sometime. We could have a scattered thunderstorm at just about any time, but I'm talking about the main line, that area back over Arkansas, Tennessee, and Kentucky, where you see all of the warnings. That won't be in here into East Alabama probably until probably approaching the midnight hour, or maybe even after midnight, before we would expect to see any of that across East Alabama and West Georgia. So I just wanted to kind of jump in here this afternoon and give you an update of what we're looking at. This still looks like a marginal setup for East Alabama and West Georgia. We're at that point in this event where we simply just, pull the curtains back and look out the window and see what's taking place out there. And we'll fine-tune the forecast as we go. Still does not look like a red letter particular severe weather setup for Alabama or Georgia. But we're going to watch this real close. And as you go about your Saturday activities and even into Saturday night, I wouldn't change anything, but be aware that there is that possibility that we could have some severe weather later on this evening into tomorrow morning. A lot of folks will be asleep when the main line moves through Alabama and Georgia, so you're going to want to make sure you have a good way of receiving severe weather information. You know what I preach. Every household needs a NOAA weather radio. It's a relatively inexpensive investment. You're talking somewhere around $30. You can get them at all of the department stores, the big box stores sells these radios. They're very easy to program nowadays. Matter of fact, they come ready. All you got to do is plug them up. Only thing you really have to do is make sure you've got it on the right frequency for your area, and then it's going to go off. Now, you can fine-tune that programming if you would like and set it up for the particular counties that you only want to receive warnings for. But they come ready to go right out of the box after you set the right channel, and you just simply click through the channels until you pick up the strongest signal, and you got it. So they're real easy to program. Everybody needs one. You also need a good app on your phone that follows you wherever you go and will warn you whether you're sitting in Roanoke, Alabama, or Los Angeles, California. It knows where you're at, and make sure you've got that setting turned on your phone. And then, of course, we want you to watch us here on Dr. Don's Weather. Make sure you like us on Facebook. And whatever you do, please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. It is free, doesn't cost you a dime, and click that little bell so that when we go live to cover severe weather, you'll be guaranteed to get that notification. Facebook does not always notify you in a timely manner when we go live to cover severe weather. So that's why it's important to head over there to YouTube and subscribe to our channel. Now, we're going to continue to watch this for you throughout the afternoon. Most likely, I'll be back with you in a couple of 2 or 3 hours. We'll do another live update this evening. And then if these storms hold together as they move into Alabama, we are planning on going live, and we will provide wall-to-wall coverage for you once the storms get close to East Alabama and West Georgia. So, again, remain weather aware this afternoon. Stay tuned to Dr. Don's Weather, and we'll keep you updated in the event that it does look like we're going to have to deal with severe weather. You've been watching severe weather coverage on Dr. Don's Weather this afternoon. Stay with us. We'll keep you informed.